Greetings, students. We are now going to learn about religion in Japan. They have two main religions, Shintoism and Buddhism. So let's find out about those. This is going to be quick and dirty, which means you're not getting all the information, but hopefully you're learning something you didn't know, as well as some things you did. So religion in Japan, we have the Shinto religion, which focuses on nature and the beauty of nature and the proportions of nature. This is a Shinto shrine. And Buddhism, and there's a picture of the Buddha, or a picture of a statue of the Buddha. Perhaps it is a picture of the Buddha, but I thought it was a statue. Anyway, you should watch this really cool video on religion in Japan. It's probably more interesting to listen to me. Okay, there are two main religions in Japan, Buddhism and Shintoism. Shintoism was the indigenous religion, which means the one that was already there, as far as we know in history. Trading led to the diffusion of the many different cultures. For example, Buddhism came from India, and Buddhist ideas are used in Shintoism, and Shinto ideas are used in Buddhism. So Japanese people said, this Buddhism from India is cool. You know what? I think we're going to do this in Shintoism instead of how we do it. We're going to just mix it up a little bit. Yeah, let's do both at the same time. Diffusion means spreading out. So trade caused Buddhism to spread out of India into the rest of Asia, finally arriving in Japan. Okay, what is Shintoism? As I said, it is the indigenous religion. It was founded in 660 BC. It expresses love and respect. People worship spirits called kami. Kami are natural objects such as wind, lightning, rivers, mountains, waterfalls, large, I lost my window, large trees, unusual stones, and sometimes the emperor, if the emperor says so. Okay, people love and respect each other and the beauty of nature in Shintoism. And Shintoists stress to purify what is unclean. So that means that there are probably a lot of Japanese people with obsessive compulsive disorder that is undiagnosed because they accept it as an expression of their religion. Yes, how do people in Japan express their religion? Okay, they have celebrations relating to birth and marriage because they venerate tradition and the family. Nature is sacred, so they worship natural objects, such as, for example, Mount Fuji. They are very into physical cleanliness. They take baths, wash their hands, and rinse out their mouths very often. And they say that one should want to be cleansed merely for their own pieces of mind and good fortune, and not because impurity is wrong in and of itself. Okay, Matsuri are festivals in which they worship and honor is given to the kami. Okay, Buddhism. Buddhism was created in India in 500 BC by Siddhartha Gautama. And there is a very good book called Siddhartha. What is the name? I've read the book. I can't remember the name of the author, but it's a very good book. It's a fictionalization of the life of Siddhartha. You should read it. Anyway, the founder, Siddhartha Gautama, taught that life was full of pain and suffering in an endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. You can bet he was really fun to hang out with. Okay, he taught that you can escape the rebirth cycle by following the eightfold path, which leads to nirvana, a state of perfect peace. Sorry, I have a typo. So the Hindus believed in nirvana and in the rebirth cycle and life as being suffering. But Siddhartha came up with an 8-step pathway in order to get to nirvana and stop being reborn again into your life of pain. Okay, by finding the path to enlightenment, Siddhartha became Buddha, or enlightened one. Buddhism's moral code shows that you're respectful, mature, and achieving wisdom through meditation. Okay, Eightfold Path added to Hinduism. So it's like Hinduism plus extra stuff. Come on. Okay, how did Buddhism get to Japan? Well, here's a map. Here is India, because this was India right then, and there is the Buddha. And here we have people trading. And right here in the corner is Japan. So India traded with China and Korea, which passed on Buddhism to China and Korea. And then China and Korea traded with Japan. And the Japanese Emperor Yomei got sick, and his son Prince Shotoka prayed to Buddha every day. And guess what? Emperor Yomei got better and converted to Buddhism. And his son Prince Shotoka created Buddhist temples. So the emperor told the people, hey, Buddhism worked for me. It could work for you too. You will try this out, but you don't have to. You got your Shintoism. Do what you feel like, but I'm just saying this worked for me. Might work for you too. Emperor Yomei. Okay, Buddhism didn't replace Shintoism. Buddhists built shrines to kami, and Shintoists enshrined Buddhists. Even today, ceremonies to celebrate birth and marriage often come from Shinto, because that's a happy religion, and funeral ceremonies are Buddhist, which is a religion that deals with suffering and pain. Okay, summary. Shintoism was the first religion in Japan. After trading with other countries like India, China, and Korea, they adopted new religions and philosophies such as Buddhism. These cultures diffused and blended. While the religions did mix, there are still followers that worship the original religions. Here is the bibliography. You can click on the links and see the awesome bibliography. Okay, you have a Kahoot challenge. You are going to click right here and it will go to your Kahoot challenge, which is very competitive. And you know that the winner will get a prize. I'm keeping track of the Kahoot winners. Here's my name. Let's see if I can answer the first question. Here I go. Japan, religion. Will I be able to get it right? What do you think? I'll show you the first question and then I will stop the presentation. Who brought Buddhism to Japan? Who was it? Was it love of sushi? World War I? Muslim wars or trade? I think that probably Japan already had the love of sushi. I don't remember anything about Muslim wars or World War I, so I say trade. Did I get it right? I got it right. I'm going on to the next question. Okay, what is the next question? It's very exciting. How can you even know? What was the first religion in Japan? Do you guys remember what it was? Was it Shintoism or Buddhism? Buddhism came from India, so Shinto was there already. Did I get it right? Yes, I did. Okay, that's the end of that. You are going to do that. You are going to do that yourself. I am going to stop recording, and you are going